My grandfather used to call my grandmother puss, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that back in the day, back in like the 40s, that was okay. Anyways, I thought I'd share something because on my Facebook, you know, you get memories that pop up. And this popped up from 10 years ago. I think, now listen, I'm going to say that it was his birthday, but I don't know. And don't judge me. We're not really good with remembering everybody's birthdays in my family. And by we, I mean me. Like, I know mine and I know my mom's because it's 9 days apart. And I know my sister's because I've known her, and I know Nora's. And that's like pretty much my dad, my stepdad, and my stepsister, my half-sister. Well, my half-sister was born January 1, so I remember that. But I always forget if my dad's is August 26th or September 26th or 29th, and so I have to have it on my calendar because I'm a dumbass, okay? It's not because I don't love all those people. I do love them. But I'm pretty sure that this memory was because my grandfather's birthday is today, or was. He's dead. So if you make fun of him, just know you're making fun of a dead man, okay? And then I will say mean words about you. But this is a picture of my grandfather at 92 years old. Now, I want to tell you some things about Papa Laminack here. I want to talk about Papa Laminack a little bit because this man was a man's man. And that's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a fact. This is 92 years old. Now, I'm surprised he let us put a sombrero on him because he was kind of racist. If I'm being honest, he was kind of racist, but that's the era that he grew up in. So I'm surprised that he let us take him to a Mexican food restaurant and put a sombrero on him. But Papa Laminack is where I get my sense of humor from, if I'm being honest, because he was a very funny man. He liked to tease you, but he was very funny, and he would always have jokes. He would always make you laugh. He made the whole family laugh. But a while back, I talked about a grandpa that used to call my grandmother puss. That's real. That's the man. This man on your screen is the man that used to call my grandmother, the woman we called Nanny. I don't know. By the way, Nanny is the worst name for a grandmother. It's the word, like, Nanny is just so our grandparents, on my dad's side, it was Papa and Nanny. And on my mom's side, it was Pawpaw and Nanny. It's the whitest thing ever. It really is. But Nanny is such an awful name for a grandma. I could see Granny or Gran or Gigi, some shit like that, but we called her Nanny. My grandfather used to call my grandmother puss, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that back in the day, back in like the 40s, that was okay. That was like, I think that was a term kind of like, I don't know what it would be. I don't know where puss actually came from, but I remember the first time I heard it, I thought, oh my word, that doesn't seem appropriate. That doesn't seem okay. But he would be like, hey, puss, what are you making the grandkids for lunch? And I was like, wow, who's puss? I got to meet this puss. She cooks. I didn't know that was my grandmother. I had no idea puss was my grandma for a while, and then we figured it out. And I remember specifically, though, this is the kind of person that my grandfather was. He was very matter of fact with his humor, all right? Two stories about my grandfather that kind of give you an idea. So my grandmother used to smoke, and my grandfather hated it. And so she would never smoke around him. But she wasn't the smartest when it came to... So he smoked cigars, which is hypocritical as fuck. But Puss couldn't smoke. Old Truman could smoke, which is where I get the name. This is Truman. So this is Truman Lawson Laminack Sr. And then my dad is Truman Lawson Laminack Jr. Duh. And then I'm Truman Barrett. So I got the name, but I didn't get the full name. So now here's the, by the way, can I tell, sidebar, boop, put a pin in those. I'm going to come back. Speaking of seniors and juniors, Gregory Vega Jr. had reached out to me and asked me for a favor for his pops. So I said, yeah, that's cool. Now, again, just so we're clear, this is the deckhead, Gregory Vega Jr. So he had reached out for a favor for his pops, and I said, yeah, what's his name? And Greg's like, Gregory Vega Sr.? I was like, oh, goddamn, I'm a fucking dumbass. Oh, boy. What a dumb shit. What a dumb... Like, you can think of the dumbest thing that you could think of, and then that beats it. Whatever. Hey, Gregory Vega Jr., what's your dad's name? What a dumb fuck. Oh, my God. Yes, Josh, my first name is Truman. We've covered that several times on this show now. Truman Barrett is my name, and I'm named after this man, who is Truman Lawson. So I get the name from Pops Laminack here. Now, old Truman here, two things about him. One, so my grandmother was in the house smoking one day. She thought that he was out. She thought he was working on a tractor, or he liked to work on cars or whatever. And so she's at the kitchen table smoking, like he wouldn't be able to smell it if he walked in the house. I don't understand it, but she's at the table and she hears him come in the back door. So she doesn't know what to do with the cigarette. So as he walks in, she's got the cigarette in her hand, and he's walking in the door, and she just puts it behind her back. I mean, at this point, there's smoke in the air, nanny. Puss, what are you doing? Like, everyone knows you've been smoking, Puss. It's all over. So he just walks by and he looks at her and he goes, Puss, your butt's on fire. And that was like, that's how my grandfather operated. He looked, he walks, he comes walking by and he goes, Puss, your butt's on fire. And he just keeps walking. He was a great man. He was funny dude. Here's what he used to do all the time to my grandmother when they would go out to eat. This is the funniest shit. Now, guys, I want you to do this to your ladies. Try this one time. I'm going to try it on Nora. I haven't tried it yet. I'm nervous because Nora will cut me. She will stab the shit out of me if I try this. But you guys should totally try this when you have a chance. This is what my grandfather used to do to Puss. They would go out to eat, all right? So when inevitably she would excuse herself to go to the restroom. She'd be like, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. And she would always leave her purse there. So she would leave to go pee or whatever Puss was doing. And he would take the salt and pepper shaker and put it in her purse. He would take the silverware and put it in her purse. He would take the menu and he would put all of the shit that was on the table in her purse and then zip it closed. She would come back, sit down, they'd be eating, they'd get done, they'd go to pay, they'd be at the counter to pay, and he would go, oh shit, I left my wallet in the truck, Puss, can you pay for it? So she would unzip her purse in front of the people and just start pulling all of this shit out of her purse. It looks like she stole it. It's like she's got the salt. They're like looking at her like, why is this lady taking all of this shit from the table? Does she not know that we would see this? So try that. Try that next time. That's good. That's my grandfather. That's this man right here. That is Papa Laminack. What's up, you dirty deckhead? Hey, thanks for checking out the show. I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. That way you'll find out when I go live. Speaking of going live, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 p.m., right here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/barryisfunny. It's Barry on deck. I do it every day. Come check it out. Tell a friend. Also, I left you some other shows to watch over there, so go check them out. I'll see you on the show.